There were a couple of things that went into my thought process. The first is I wanted to show people the spectacular list, the spectacular breadth of bands out there. And second, I wanted to provoke people. I was hoping that when people read that, they would say, well, I agree with a few of these, but he's crazy if he left out this show or that show. And so I delivered, because people are so opinionated about music, myself included, I was hoping to push some buttons with this list. So we have put together a comprehensive list of every live music show ever at San Diego State. And they range from really obscure, spur-of-the-moment shows to heavily planned and choreographed shows. So we have the complete list, and there's some obvious ways to start pulling people out. Some, especially if they were shows where the band wasn't big yet and the San Diego State show helped launch them to be a big band. Because this all ties to the back door. The back door was that small club venue that was a launching pad for these bands. I look at it as sort of like a rookie baseball card. You know, the reason the rookie card's the most valuable is you don't know that they're going to be good. And it's that early card. And that's where there are certain moments, whether it's Metallica playing at a certain time in their career at Montezuma Hall, whether it's them having a big Woodstock-like festival at Aztec Bowl before Woodstock. The Grateful Dead played, but the Grateful Dead were not the headliners in '69 when they played. Whether it's the start of all these punk bands at the back door, Patti Smith, the Ramones, and so forth. Those are some key moments. Guns N' Roses playing when they were just a baby band on the campus as well. So those are the things that pulled me in. Through the decades, they all have such a different feel to them. Some of them I love because they just seem to capture the times. Joan Baez played here in '63. Wasn't a big name at that time, and she played just her guitar. She played the open air theater, and in the middle of her set, she sees Bob Dylan out in the crowd, and she invites him to come on stage and play with her. They were dating at the time. She says, I see Bobby Dylan in the crowd. Hey honey, why don't you come on up here and play a few songs with me? And he does. This is before Bob Dylan ever plays San Diego State. And so you have those moments that sometimes you can only get away with at these smaller campus locales. University archives have these great photos that really capture a lot of the personality of the moment. Ray Charles playing at Peterson Gym, the Grateful Dead at Aztec Bowl for that summer festival. Patti Smith plays on consecutive nights and really introduces San Diego State to punk music. And it's a great description of the show where the first night people are shocked, and then the second night they're very excited by it. This photo is a very rare image. It's of Slash from Guns N' Roses standing in front of the mural that used to be right on the side of the bowling alley there. Some people call it the clock mural because there's a figure that has the clock right in its forehead. It's a real clock, and the mural was painted around it by Mario Torero. So some of those are great. There are others that I absolutely love. This image of the Ramones with the San Diego Chicken pulls together a bunch of great San Diego State moments. The Chicken was a San Diego State student at the time, a San Diego State graduate, and the Ramones had a song called Surfing Bird that they loved to play at the back door. They played at the back door a bunch, and when they played Surfing Bird, the Chicken would come out and he would crowd surf. 1976, 77, he's crowd surfing, they're having a good time. And it just captures this magical moment for the Ramones at this time, playing these small club venues. This is right before they filmed Rock and Roll High School. In fact, they drove in a pickup truck from San Diego State to LA to film Rock and Roll High School. So I love those kinds of moments that you get to see that band before they explode on the scene. The mural is amazing. It was done by a Chicano studies class in the mid-'70s. The student artist did the work, and it ties into this other mural work where it shows off real student work. This is not some abstract homework assignment. This is real. We've been able to save it. So that's the first thing. I love that material history. Secondly, there was something really special going on at this campus in getting all these bands during this time. At the same point that we're pulling these amazing bands during the 60s, you know, some of the people we've talked about, but in addition, Sammy Davis Jr., Ella Fitzgerald, you know, just some of these stunning performers. That's when we're also getting political leaders like John F. Kennedy, Eleanor Roosevelt. This was that cultural center for all of San Diego. And that's where me as a social historian gets to bring it all together. And it gets me really excited.